Welcome to the entire crypto fam. What's good? Make some noise in the live chat. In today's show, Bitcoin traders in disbelief as analyst predicts $30,000 Bitcoin retest, and breaking news just in, Hillary Clinton warns Bitcoin could destabilize nations. Max Keiser's response, Bitcoin destabilizes all nations that need destabilization. It generates opportunities and rebirth in nations that make it legal tender. El Salvador has first mover advantage and the greatest leader in the world, Nayib Bukele. And also check it out. Did you know that Max Keiser tried to gift Alex Jones 10,000 BTC? And recently, Alex was speaking about it in a recent interview, and Max's response, I'd consider giving Alex Jones 10,000 Bitcoin again, but he'd just lose it. So what's the point? Also in today's show, Elon Musk reportedly plans an AI startup to rival ChatGPT-maker OpenAI. We'll also be discussing the SEC targets DeFi and a vote to revisit proposal concerning the definition of exchange. Also breaking news, Brazil president expresses support for the BRICS currency and calls for the replacement of the US dollar in global trade. I'll be breaking down this report, as well as crypto analyst predicts the rise of Bitcoin continuing, saying that 60 to 70,000 range is expected after consolidation. I'll also be sharing a $10 trillion market cap prediction for Bitcoin. Dan Tapiero says Bitcoin can absolutely tap a $10 trillion market cap with a $500,000 Bitcoin price action. I'll be explaining why. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome everyone just tuning in. This is pod episode number 1252. I'm your host, JV. Today is April 15th, 2023. And guess what? As you can see, we're back in the green. Let's get it. Bitcoin up 0.5% for the day and pumping, up trading 30,450. We have ETH up above $2,100. Cardano, one of the top gainers, up 7%, trading above 45 cents. And just to see a green. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, you can see the current crypto market cap just under 1.3 trillion with 41 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance at 46.1%, with the Ether dominance continuing to climb since it completed its recent upgrade, now at 19.8%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers in the past 24 hours, we got Woo, and I'm not talking about the Wu-Tang Clan, I'm talking about the Woo Network, up 23%, trading at 32.5 cents, followed by ARB up 16%, trading at $1.72, followed by OKB, another top gainer, up 16%, trading just above 53 bucks. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past week, massive gains, a sea of green, which I love to see with only a handful in the red. We have OKB up 17%, Woo up 22%, and ARB up 17%. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated a 68 today in greed, same as yesterday. Last week a 61 and last month a 52, which is neutral. How many of you are currently bullish on the King Crypto? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now let's dive into today's technical analysis and check out the charts and what's popping. Bitcoin consolidated into the weekend as market participants stayed optimistic about the further gains. Checking out the Bitcoin 1 hour candle chart here. Data from Cointelegraph Market Report and Trading View showed Bitcoin hovering near 30,500 today. Bitcoin finished the Wall Street trading week on a less volatile note, along with a fairly flat United States equities, with the 10-month highs of 31,000 remaining in force. Traders and analysts considered the options for how the Bitcoin price action could play out next. Quoting Credible Crypto, we are going higher, much higher. Most still sitting in the sidelines. Funding still relatively flat. This is disbelief depicted on a chart, word up, and also described being long Bitcoin in 2023 as incredibly cheap, thanks to the year-to-year date gains of over, now, 80%. Being long still doesn't feel like a crowded trade yet, he added. Touché. Now, as reported, 33,000 was a popular near-term target towards the end of the week. And to the downside, however, 30,000 was now the all-important support level, as pointed out here by Scoo. Bitcoin plus ETH, nice ranges here to play. 30,000 plus 2,000 key prices to hold for higher, in my opinion. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. And quoting Mikhail Van de Pop, expecting a sweep at 29.6 as likely before we continue the uptrend. And Rec Capital was also convinced about the upside continuation valuation as the ultimate result, calling Bitcoin well-positioned on the daily timeframes, which he shared alongside this chart. Now, the trip above 30,000, meanwhile, sparked some unsurprising shifts in wallet dynamics. The number of Bitcoin addresses in profit hit 16-month highs on April 14th, according to data from on-chain analytics firm Glassnode, and at over 33 million in-profit addresses, thus neared their 38 million tally from November 2021, when Bitcoin hit its current all-time high of above $69,000. Now, trading Sweet Decent Trader nonetheless struck a more cautionary tone as it revealed the large balance wallet numbers declining, quoting them here. Unsurprisingly, we've seen some changes in wallets holding Bitcoin as we approach 30 Gs. Wallets holding 100 Bitcoin saw a very significant drop to 200 virtually overnight. The increase we saw in December has now been reversed entirely, and further data, which you can see in this chart, showed 1,000 plus Bitcoin wallets remaining steady through the return to 30,000. Where my long-term hodlers at? Make some noise in the comments below. And Hillary Clinton warns that Bitcoin could destabilize nations. Yeah, duh. Hence Max's response: Bitcoin destabilizes all nations that need destabilization. It generates opportunities and rebirth in nations that make a legal tender. El Salvador has been the first mover advantage and the greatest leader in the world, Nayib Bukele, Max and Stacy, to ensure Bitcoin maximalism rules. And in regards to Tim Pool and Alex Jones discussing and regretting not listening to Max Kaiser and Stacey Herbert about Bitcoin, Max responded, and I love this quote: "I'd consider giving Alex Jones 10,000 Bitcoin again, but he'd just lose it. So what's the point?" Now, do you think Alex Jones truly lost it, or he's just trying to hide the fact he is worth hundreds of millions of dollars in Bitcoin? Is $1 million question. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now, if someone gifted you 10,000 Bitcoin, would you make sure to hold on to it? I know I sure would. But nonetheless, now let's discuss this AI startup by Elon Musk, which is taking place right now. Check it out. Tech entrepreneur Elon is reportedly developing plans to create an AI startup to compete with ChatGPT-maker OpenAI, one of the most popular generative AI companies he co-founded in 2015. Wow, I didn't know he was a co-founder. The revelation came after information surfaced that Musk is assembling a team of AI researchers and engineers, according to the Financial Times. While Musk left the board of OpenAI in 2018, the launch of the new AI startup will place him among other tech giants such as Google and Microsoft to build the next generation AI. The report suggests that Musk is in talks with existing SpaceX and Tesla investors regarding investments in the upcoming AI venture. A bunch of people are investing in it. It is real, and they are excited about it, he added. Now, in the months ahead, as he shared here on Twitter on March 17th, he wrote, "In the months ahead, we will use AI to detect and highlight manipulation of public opinion on this platform. Let's see what the psy-op cats drag in." Now, the alleged finding complement a recent report from April 12th, wherein an anonymous source revealed that Musk procured nearly 10,000 graphics processing units to power Twitter's AI initiatives. Pretty interesting. And on March 9th, Musk incorporated a company named X, listing himself as the company's sole director. And in addition, Musk also changed the name of Twitter to the X Corp in a company filing as part of his plans to create an everything app under the X brand. Ultimately, the WeChat competitor, WeChat, which dominates in China. Now, in contrast, Musk and more than 2,600 tech leaders and researchers signed an open letter urging a temporary pause on further AI development on March 30th, fearing profound risk to society and humanity, which makes it all that much more interesting considering he's co-founding another AI bot. Is he just trying to destroy the competition? What are your thoughts? Yet another tech giant joining the AI race is Amazon Web Services, as announced here by Amazon. Build and scale your generative AI apps with Amazon Bedrock. Yeah, very interesting, as I mentioned. AI is fascinating. The Amazon Bedrock initiative will allow AWS users to build generative AI from foundation models. Now for the $1 million question, what are your thoughts on AI? Do you think that this could be a tremendous threat to humanity and the future of the human being? Or do you feel it's fair play? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. And do you think that Elon's new AI project will surpass that of ChatGPT? What are your thoughts, considering Elon was a co-founder, which I wasn't even aware of until reading that article. But nonetheless, now let's discuss the latest of what's happening with the SEC. Now targeting DeFi. They've been targeting centralized exchanges. Well, now they're targeting DeFi as well, fam. Check this out. The United States SEC has announced it will be revisiting the proposed redefinition of an exchange. So they're literally changing the definition of the word exchange. You can't make this stuff up. Under the agency's rules, a move that can include crypto market participants in decentralized finance, or DeFi, in an April 14th open meeting with SEC Commissioner and staff, Chairman Gensler said the proposed rule amendments could benefit investors, yeah, sure, and markets by bringing certain brokers under additional regulatory scrutiny, as well as modernizing rules that define an exchange. I don't think the answer to investors is more regulatory scrutiny. Just saying, under the proposal, an exchange would be more closely defined as a system that brings together buyers and sellers of securities through structured methods to negotiate a trade and explicitly include DeFi. Quoting Gensler, this would account for the evolving nature of electronification of trading platforms in the last 25 years. The Commission proposed similar amendments in January 2022, keeping the comment period for the public open until June, and some crypto advocacy groups criticized the SEC's actions at the time, suggesting it was an overreach of the Commission's authority that could jeopardize participation in the space. Now, I'm in that camp. I agree there 100%. Here's a quote from Gensler. Given how crypto trading platforms operate today, many of them are currently exchanges, regardless of this reopening release we're considering today. These platforms match orders of multiple buyers and sellers of crypto securities using established non-discretionary methods. That's the definition of exchange. And today, most crypto trading platforms meet it. Now, SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce, also known as the Crypto Mom by many in the crypto community, raised concerns about the rules regarding trading platforms that do not handle tokens qualifying as securities. She makes a great point. Or how to address operators that move from securities to non-security trading. She added there was so much ambiguity regarding the SEC's current treatment of securities. It's possible that operating a system that uses these technologies to perform exchange activities under the proposed rules in a manner that complies with applicable regulations could significantly reduce the extent to which the system is decentralized. And again, she makes a great point. Have we thought about how forcing centralization would benefit the American public? It seems perverse to me that we would be encouraging centralization. And following the meeting, the SEC reiterated that decentralized finance projects fall under the Commission's current rules, and the U.S. Treasury Department also targeted DeFi services in an April 6th warning regarding money laundering and terrorist financing. The public comment period for the proposed amendment will be open for 30 following a publication in the Federal Register. So there you have it. I'm not a fan of more and more regulations. I feel they're trying to destroy and cripple innovation within our incredible space, but that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments right down below. And now let's share our next breaking story of the day regarding the Brazil president denouncing the US dollar. Brazil president Luiz Lula da Silva thinks BRICS countries should have a currency other than the US dollar for international trade. Bloomberg reports that Lula spoke on the dollar while visiting the BRICS New Development Bank in Shanghai this week. BRICS is an economic alliance, and the acronym stands for the countries of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Quoting Lula, why can't an institution like the BRICS Bank have a currency to finance trade relations between Brazil and China, between Brazil and all other BRICS countries? Who decided that the dollar was the trade currency after the end of the gold parity? Great question. I'm glad he asked it. Lula's comments come amid recent reports that the BRICS countries are exploring how to create a new currency that would reduce the world's dependence on the US dollar and the euro, and it has been hinted that it could be backed by gold and other rare earth precious metals. Now, Hernando Haddad, Brazil's Minister of Finance, says Brazil aims to conduct international trade without being bound to an unrelated currency. Quoting him here, the advantage is to avoid the straitjacket imposed by necessarily having trade operations settled in a currency of a country not involved in the transaction. A number of additional nations, including Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Iran, Indonesia, Turkey, and Egypt, have reportedly expressed interest in joining the economic alliance, which seems to be the death of the dollar. Now, the upcoming BRICS Summit is set for August 22nd in South Africa. So there you have it. What are your thoughts surrounding the BRICS creating their own currency and stepping away from the dollar? And how do you feel that would likely impact the greater crypto market? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and at the end of the show, I'll be reading all of those comments out loud. Now let's dive into a $70,000 consolidation prediction, followed by a whopping $10 trillion crypto or Bitcoin market cap prediction with a $500,000 Bitcoin price action, and then we'll do the live Q&A. Let's start right here. Good stuff here. Alrighty, and I'm actually going to scroll down to right here. According to a trader known as Alan, Bitcoin is undergoing a significant shift, which describes the current trading levels as Platform 1 and Platform 2. At present, Bitcoin is transitioning from the first platform, which is between $30,000 and $40,000, to the second platform, which spans between $60,000 and $70,000, as outlined right here on your screen between these two charts. Now, the MACD indicator, also known as the D3 chart, is widely used technical analysis tool for identifying the long-term trends of the market. This type of chart relies on the longer time frame to analyze market trends, which for trader Allen, based on the MACD bullish cross on the D3 chart, this bullish signal has triggered a new bull run for the King Crypto, indicating that Bitcoin may be on the path to a newer, higher high. All I got to say is send it. Let's go. Moreover, Adam Back, the CEO of Blockstream, a blockchain technology company, recently noted Bitcoin's price had significantly increased in the first quarter of this year. From December 31st, 2022 to the 31st of March, the price of Bitcoin increased approximately 70%, rising from $16,600 to $28,000. And for Adam Back, if this growth rate were to continue, the Bitcoin price can reach $48,000 by June, $82,000 by September, and a staggering $140,000 per Bitcoin by the end of this year. However, if the goal is to reach a price of $100,000 by the end of the year, the growth rate would need to fall from 70 to 53% for the second, third, and fourth quarters of this year. This would represent a more moderate rate of growth, but one that is still significant for the King Crypto. And according to Colin Wu, the expiration of 30,500 Bitcoin options will put a put ratio of 0.99 with a max pain point of $29,000 and a notional value of 0.93 billion, which is about to expire. Now, a ratio of 0.99 suggests there are slightly more put options than call options, which could indicate that investors are bearish on Bitcoin's short-term prospects. I'm short-term bullish, I'm mid-term bullish, I'm long-term bullish, I'm extra bullish for the extra long haul. Just saying. The max pain point of 29,000 would exert downward pressure on Bitcoin's price as the options expire. This is because option hodlers may try to push the price towards this level to limit their losses. And if the Bitcoin price experiences a decline, there is a near-term support level of 29.5 for Bitcoin. However, this support level fails to hold. If it fails, there is a potential for Bitcoin to drop further towards the 28,300 support level as outlined in this chart. So let me know if you guys think Bitcoin is likely to pump or dump here in the short term. And checking out Trader Allen's chart as shared on your screen. On Bitcoin D3 chart, the MACD bullish cross triggers the new bull run. Bitcoin is leaving Platform 1 going to Platform 2, 40 to 50,000 after consolidation. It'll reach Platform 2 between $60,000 and $70,000, which is outlined here in these charts. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the crypto analyst, which takes us to our final story of the day before we dive into some live Q&A, and that's this $500,000 Bitcoin price prediction. I'm going to be sharing the timeline, and we're going to be discussing a massive Bitcoin market cap of $10 trillion. Let's go. That's right. Macro guru and fund manager Dan Tapiero expresses bullish sentiment on Bitcoin with a prediction that the market cap of the flagship crypto asset could hit 14 figures. Let that sink in. In a new interview with Pompliano, Tapiero says he sees the market cap of Bitcoin reaching up to 10 trillion from just under 600 billion, which is where it's currently at, quoting him here, somewhere between 5 and 8 trillion dollars. I do think it can go to 10 trillion. Sure, absolutely. It's absolutely going to go to 10 trillion. And according to the macro guru and fund manager, Bitcoin is likely to hit a price of up to $500,000 per coin under the current global economic circumstances. Quoting him again, I have been saying the same thing for a while, and I think $300,000 to $500,000 is a good solid place, given the value of other assets sort of in this world. And for the combined value of all crypto assets, Tapiero says the total market cap will soar by over 600% from the current levels. Quoting him again, my original thought was the space was going to go to $10 trillion in value, hence why he called his company 10T Holdings, just FYI. That's from 300 billion. It was a 30x play in 10 years. I think that's going to be wrong now. I think the space is probably going to go much higher than 10 trillion because it's starting to encompass everything, right? It's not just money, store value, programmable contracts, DeFi, NFTs, stablecoins. It's everything. Very powerful words and very bold prediction. And much respect to Dan Tapiero to watch this video he did along with Pompliano entitled Wall Street Insider, Bitcoin to 10 trillion market cap. Check the show notes below the video in the description and let me know if you agree or disagree with the macro guru. And now let's dive into some live Q&A. I want to give a special shout out and welcome to everyone in the live chat. It is always a pleasure. Good to see each and every one of you. Steve Kingston, Frankie V in the building. What's poppin', fam? Jeff, good morning. Welcome, Selling with Twins. And I'm going to scroll all the way to the top. Shake and Bake, good to see you as well. Good morning, Kingston. Dankness, always a pleasure. SpongeBob, happy Saturday to you as well. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm making it through this thing we call life. Glad to hear you're doing well. Thank you, Dankness. And Matthew, happy birthday to your son. I saw it was your son's birthday. Everyone show Matthew's son some birthday love in the live chat. I greatly appreciate that as well. And quoting the great Satoshi Nakamoto, as a new form of money that is not tied to any government or bank, Bitcoin represents a revolutionary step forward in the evolution of financial systems. Preach, 100%. I agree with that. Facts. Good stuff. Yeah, man. And Max Kaiser is on fire. Absolutely. He is the man. So shout out to Max and Stacy. They are the truth and have been the truth for a very long time. That's why so many investors have wished they listened to him, including Peter Schiff, including JP Morgan dude, Jamie Dimon, including Christine Lagarde, all the regulators and haters of the Bitcoin ecosystem, and even Alex Jones admitting in his own words, we should have listened to Max and Stacy. Yeah, man. So I hope you have an amazing birthday, Matthew, with your son. Let's freaking go. $500,000 Bitcoin. Send it. Steve says good times. Best wishes to you and your son for the great day. Sponge says 500,000 is a good B-Day gift to Matthew because I know it will trickle down. That's right. The best gift is the gift that keeps giving. What better gift can you gift someone, especially your family, than Bitcoin? You know what I mean? So much love and much respect. Steve says INJ, OP, and GRT are being very nice critters. They do seem to be pumping. Dan says whoever develops an application with a simple UX and an interior time lock escrow account enabling refunds on a transaction will blow Bitcoin wide open. Word up. Let's see if this gets developed. The interview was great. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Yesterday, I released an exclusive interview with Oliver Gale, who is the co-founder of Panther Protocol and a true Bitcoin OG who purchased his first Bitcoin in 2013 for $100. Not as early as Max and some of the other OGs, but hey, nonetheless, he got in way earlier than I did by a factor of 4 years. So you got to respect that. If you missed that interview, it's up on the channel. Be sure to check it out. And if you enjoyed that interview and want to see more exclusive interviews, show some love and let me know. If I get a high demand for it, I'll produce more and more content. You know what I mean? The interview was great. I appreciate that. He says, impressed with your thoroughness and professionalism. Much love. That means a lot. Thank you, family. Appreciate that. What's good, Selling with Twins? Good to see you, family, as well. Always a pleasure. Frankie V, what's new? Good to see you. Mike Well, good morning. Hope so. Be the only thing she got right. What I believe. Word up. She wouldn't be so scared if she wasn't a part of the problem. I'm not sure who you're referring to, but word up. All the Bitcoin animals are here. Word up. There is nothing politicians can do to stop. Oh, we're talking about probably Hillary Clinton. That makes sense. There is nothing politicians can do to stop Bitcoin. Facts. However, they can stop all the centralized altcoins. Michael Saylor knows this well, or he wouldn't keep buying the king. You make a great point. He has no faith in alts because he knows the regulators are going to go after them. He's made that very clear. That's why he says there's no second best. There's only Bitcoin. Quoting the Giga Chad himself. The only difference between a pig and a gentleman is just a well-trained pig. Hilarious. Rather see the slow grow in Bitcoin than the jumping gamblers. Facts. I feel the same way. I'd rather have a slow and steady gains over time versus gambling, and have a huge, oh my God, I'm up 100%. And then the next day I'm down 200%. That life is not for me. I like sleeping good at night, and that's just me. Alex put it in his show. That's right. He did mention that many times. I doubt he lost it, says Mark Thomas. Things that make you go, Because if you were in his shoes, and if you literally did get gifted 10,000 Bitcoin, now hypothetically worth over $300 million at today's price, considering the price is above 30,000, that's a big target on your back. People can go after you, potentially kill you. You know what I mean? Try to rob you, steal that from you. Not that it's easy to do, but we've seen worse things. We've seen how many crypto billionaires get murdered in the past 24 months. I almost accidentally said days. But yeah, I mean, just in the past 1 to 2 years, you know what I mean? So you can't be too careful. Also, it opens you up for tax liabilities and things of this nature. So if you were in his shoes, and you can just say, I lost it in a boating accident. Oh, I didn't know how to properly store it. Oh, I lost it on my laptop, which I think Alex's initial response was back in the day when I saw him on his show talking about it. It destroys that liability and it allows you to secretly have that Bitcoin. So I can't put that past him because I look at Alex as an intelligent man. I don't look at him as a stupid person whatsoever. I think he's one of the most brilliant minds. You know what I mean? So I find it hard to believe, but at the end of the day, God bless him. And God bless Max Kaiser for being a true friend and an amazing friend and a prophet of Satoshi. You got to respect it. A little late, blame it on the weed, says Bring Facts. Because I got high. Classic. 10,000 Bitcoin is worth. Yeah, that's right. Over 300 million, if I'm reading that correctly. So many digits, it's hard to read. I hope we are not talking about the same Alex Jones that recently lost a suit against him for the pain and suffering of the parents of Sandy Hook elementary school massacre. Same Alex Jones that doesn't want to pay $500 million, 100%. And I think that, I thought that was crazy. I'm not even going to dive into that, but, obviously Alex is no perfect man. He's done some wrong things, but at the same time, to be held liable to pay whatever it was, $1 billion or $500 million to the parents of the children who were victims from that seems a little crazy to me. Alex didn't shoot nobody. He didn't kill anyone. He was just reporting the news to the best of his knowledge based upon the facts he had at the time. And he's come out and apologized numerous times for some of the things that he has said. So I think it's outrageous. And I think it's the Matrix trying to make an example out of Alex for being a truth speaker for so long, for decades. You know what I mean? He was a conspiracy theorist before it became cool to become a conspiracy theorist. So I have respect for Alex Jones and InfoWars and what he has done. Much respect. But hey, that's just me. I know some of you hate the guy. It is what it is. Just sharing my honest perspective on the man based upon following him over the past decade plus, which I have been doing. You know what I mean? I think I've seen this movie, iRobot maybe. It does seem that way with AI, right? The governor snoozed, the people moved. Oh, the government snoozed, the people moved. 100%. Less SEC, not more. That's how I feel. We need less regulators, less regulation. I'm sick of this clamp down. Defund the SEC and let Elon's AI do the job, if only. First time catching the live, like the daily content. Thank you, V. I appreciate you tuning in. We connect from the bottom like the letter V. Quoting the late, great Nipsey Hussle. Hey, my last name has a V in it, so I love V. You have joined one of the friendliest families, V, and you're welcome. Facts. I appreciate you sharing that, Steve. Thanks for the warm welcome. Glad to see you here with us today. Oh, man, these BRICS guys are really going for it. It's weird to be a part of it because we never get a vote or have a say in it. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, coming from South Africa, right? Feels good, Steve. Thank you, Digital, says V. Bring facts. I like higher highs. Puff, puff. Word up. Preach. Yeah, man. As an American citizen, V says, it's concerning to see the BRICS nations develop a currency alternative to the US dollar. Meanwhile, we have opposing opinions on what to do going forward. 420 Life says, Jim, Junkie Crypto. Word up. V, I was just taking a buff. Cutting down 2 more plants soon. Trimming some mango. Smile. Sounds good. 420 over here. Yeah, it seems to be 420 season in the chat. Yeah, I mean, good morning, JV. Good morning, Jeff. Good to see you, family. True Soldier, welcome. Happy 420 to you as well. I am born on International 420 Day. Wow. Do you think that's a coincidence or not? Let me know. If we, the U.S., would start producing and selling oil and gas, we would be back in business. Word up. And a lot more comments coming in here. Let's see where we at. You anchored sailing, twins. It don't get better than that. Every B-day must be epic. Absolutely. What was the last accident? Exxon Valdez. Produce our own oil for your own gas. Sean, extra to export. We would be back into controlling the petrodollar. Sean Morgan, good morning and welcome, says it is only a matter of time until the majority come to understand digital scarcity and zero counterpart risk. Bitcoin go boom. 100%. Love that. Dustin, what's good, yo? Welcome. V says, wonder if the government would take control over oil production or commercialize it. Happy birthday. A lot of happy birthday wishes to Matthew's son, which is awesome. Shout out to Matthew's son. Thanks for the shout out, JV. Thanks, Crypto News Alerts fam. You're very welcome. Hopefully your son can watch this and see all the shout outs he is getting, which is awesome. Happy birthday to Matthew's son. Happy birthday. Respect the pump. 100%. Smash the like. Thank you, Michael Volkman, and good morning. UFO Nut, welcome. And for those new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications. You already know what's good. Ellen, good to see you, and good morning. Digital Dankness, always a pleasure. The SEC is doing the same. They are going after DeFi as per Kitco last night. That's right, Ellen. Crypto Crackdown 2.0. Mike Well, Bitcoin will whack the elite. Love that. Hire Chuck Norris for your personal security. Jeff says, Bitcoin Maximus, good morning. Megadon, good morning. Frankie V, makes sense. Alex Jones, I think, said he never accepted and turned it down. Well, that's not true according to that's what he is now saying. But in an interview that I saw back from like 2013, he talks about Max gave him he put it on a laptop for Alex because Alex said, I don't know how to have a wallet. So Max probably just said, okay, here's a laptop. Here's 10,000 Bitcoin. Just hold on to it. Could you do that? And then Alex allegedly lost the laptop, which I don't buy. But hey, regardless. Hardware wallets, everyone. What's going on? Bitcoin Trini, good to see you. Megadon, if I was gifted 10,000 BTC, nobody would ever know. Boom. Will drive my Jeep and be a regular gray man. Smart man. The more the government beats on crypto, the more it pumps. Facts. That's why it's pumping right now. This is an attack on Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And guess what? Bitcoin go up. You got to love it. Damn, doing backyard work and missed most of the live stream. Good morning, all fam and JV. Smash the like and I'll catch the replay. Word up. Appreciate you tuning in. Initially, they hate a prophet like Alex. Facts. That's true. I'm not just crazy old guy that rides motorcycles. Nobody in my area has a freaking clue. Gray man, for sure. Keep it 100, fam. I read an article saying that the BRICS are going to turn off all energy to the ZUSA, to the United States. That's interesting. If you can clarify what you mean by that, you say ZUSA. Do you just mean to the United States? Wouldn't that be something? Good morning. Well, I guess they can't stop geothermal energy from volcanoes naturally, right? Like from El Salvador. If I had 300 million, I would be sailing. Word up. Alex lost the laptop. Hey, bad boating accident. Happens to the best of us. Ask Michael Saylor. But anyways, fam, now for a recap of what I covered with you here in today's show. We broke down the latest technical analysis as Bitcoin traders are in disbelief as analysts predicts a 30,000 Bitcoin retest. Also shared breaking news that Hillary Clinton warns that Bitcoin can destabilize nations. Hells yeah. What were you expecting, Hillary? Also in today's show, we discussed Elon Musk reportedly plans an AI startup to rival ChatGPT-maker OpenAI. We also discussed that the SEC targeting DeFi and a vote to revisit a proposal concerning the definition of the word exchange. We also discussed breaking news of the Brazil president expressing support for the BRICS currency and calling for the replacement of the US dollar in global trade, which again, death of the dollar incoming. We also discussed the rise of Bitcoin continuing as trader Allen predicts 60 to 70,000 range after consolidation. And I also shared with you the $10 trillion market cap prediction for Bitcoin, which can absolutely happen, says macro guru Dan Tapiero, along with a $500,000 Bitcoin price action. And I explain why. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in